KFAN.
Duh.
The Power Hour is live. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Hawk and I are live in Canton, Ohio. Hockey keeps getting locked out of the studio. I don't know where he went.
Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you. Every time we come back, I don't know where he is. So,
well, let's just dive into Fan 5
Let's
and
do
we'll
it.
wait for Chris, shall we?
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, thanks, Builders and Remodelers. The U.S. women's gymnastics team in Paris won gold. That would be Simone Biles, Suni Lee of St. Paul, Minnesota. Jade Carey, Jordan Childs, and Hesley Rivera. They win gold.
The Golden Girls, right?
Golden
Girls.
Girls.
Last night, the Golden Girls?
Yeah. They got a lot
That's
of
pretty
nicknames.
genius. I like that one.
The satisfying part for them as teammates, Mark, right? I mean, it has to be.
Man.
They have all the individual opportunities, but that in itself was so cool to watch last night, especially for our gal, Suni Lee, to come back from what she physically had to come back from, the kidney disease. And, man, I saw that story. I could not. I was like, what? They gained like 40 pounds.
yeah, I think it was 45.
It
Yeah.
was unbelievable, overcoming so much to get back to her level.
Yeah.
To say there's to compete at all.
Yeah.
And then to come back and win part of a gold medal. That's just what a great story.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that literally is the dream, the storybook. When they kind of tripped and fell on their face in Tokyo a few years ago, and the same team 4 years later
come back
to get an opportunity to come back and redeem themselves. That was absolutely. I don't know anything more American than that, right there, baby.
That's
The
cool.
U.S. men's basketball team takes on South Sudan today. They barely beat them in exhibition play like a week and a half ago by 1. We needed a LeBron James miracle. The U.S. is 1-0. That game's at 2 o'clock. They were 31.5-point favorites. Now it's about 28. Yeah.
They beat them by 1.
Yeah,
right?
they were 45-point favorites in that game that they only won by 1. Now it's down to the 28-ish range.
The
These
big boys
games
are
are
gonna
not
step
being
up.
played in Paris, are they? Are these?
Don't know.
I thought they were playing. Brett, look it up.
Yeah,
Brett.
Come on,
Yeah,
Brett.
Brett, look
Do
it up,
something.
man. Do something.
I'm just kidding.
Finally
I'm
did
sorry. I
some this morning.
apologize. But I think
it is, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. I thought the next round.
So that's South Sudan, though. That's the men's normal 5-on-5 squad. The 3-on-3 squad of Jimmer Fredette.
How about that?
Jimmer Fredette, Billy Hoyle, and Sidney Dean lost to Serbia 22-14. So the opening game of the 3-on-3 squad.
Jimmy
they go down.
Fredette.
Jimmer Fredette.
I was shocked when I saw that.
It's got range.
We got Jimmer Fredette,
all
Billy
he's got.
Hoyle, and
He
Sidney
has
Dean.
range. Yeah.
That's the best we can roll out, those three?
I don't know. I don't know what the tryouts were like for. You'd think they'd, I don't know, get bigger names. But what do we know?
How do we fix
You know a
our
lot.
3-on-3 basketball program? I mean, this is...
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Our
State of
women
play.
lost, too.
I saw some of that game. They did lose. Yeah, they got beat by. I don't know. I can't remember.
It's embarrassing.
Canada.
I'm ashamed of this country. I'm going to move to Canada. They have free health care.
Communist.
They have free health care. They have a
Nothing's
great
free.
president. I love communism. The White Sox
knew it.
lost their 16th consecutive baseball
Giants.
game. That is a franchise record. They are 27-83, which is bad.
Doesn't it? I mean, I feel bad saying this, but it feels good to actually see somebody else struggle way worse than us.
Oh,
doesn't it? Especially
This is-
when it's the White Sox.
Oh,
this is
Am I
just
alone
giving
here?
up.
they're horrible.
My God, they've had like 14, 16 game type losing. It seems like they're losing in the midst of a. When you have a record like that, you are going to have 14 game losing
It's
streak.
awesome.
Oh, fun times.
The Twins lost to the Mets 2-0.
Yeah,
They're now
sure did.
6.5 games behind Cleveland. They had just 2 hits. They've lost both games of the Mets so far. One more game against the Mets today at noon. Pablo Lopez. Then they're off tomorrow. Then they host the White Sox this weekend.
Oh, thank God.
Cleveland won 5-0 over Detroit. Rosie, this is tipping my hand a little bit, but Cleveland is now tied with Philadelphia for the best record in baseball at 65-42. So Cleveland and Philly are two of them. Name the other teams that have better records than the Twins.
Oh, man. The Twins were still in the top wild card spot last time I looked. It's been a week since I've really been gazing at the standings. Is Atlanta in there?
Nope.
No. Baltimore.
Baltimore is third.
Yeah. And Seattle?
Nope.
They got a good team this year. Who am I missing here?
The other three.
The other very funny. Milwaukee.
It's funny when it's not against.
Milwaukee's one of them, yeah. The Yankees, Dodgers, and Milwaukee. My point is think of how frustrated everybody was yesterday with the Twins not making a move. The Twins have the 7th best record in baseball, which is part of the reason everybody's frustrated. Is you made 0 sizable moves.
Yeah.
It's not like we're the 15th best and we need a miracle to make the playoffs. We're 6.5 games behind, technically, the best team in baseball, record-wise.
And honestly, I know
7th best record.
As upset as Sauce gets, and rightfully so, I think that discussion began during the offseason last year when Sonny Gray walked and the Twins did not make a move. In fact, they signaled everyone, every Twins fan, and the players in the clubhouse that we're not moving the needle.
We're pulling the rug right out from under your feet, is what they said.
But I'm saying it wasn't going to come down to yesterday's trading deadline.
No.
That philosophy was in cement during this offseason. Yeah. That's when a lot of those moves are made, and the Twins did not do anything.
That could honestly, as a PR move, like what the worst. We just finally made the playoffs last year. We finally do it.
Made it. They finally won a series.
The owners yanked the rug right out from all of our feet.
Yeah. It's
that's the worst part. Is they finally get a ton of momentum.
Don't get him fired up. I had to hear this all day yesterday.
Well,
here's some examples.
Does A-Rod want to get into baseball? He's not afraid to spend money. Why don't he buy the Twins?
He would be so good at baseball.
Dear God, can we get a new ownership for the Twins?
Rosie, yesterday, Sauce tweeted at 4:59 p.m. The Twins should be boycotted.
I stand by that.
At 5:14, he said, I hope Carlos Correa demands a trade this offseason.
I stand by that. My very good source says morale is really, really low.
Well, yeah. You didn't need a source for that.
At 3:18, he said, I gave more effort today than the Twins front office.
He did say that.
Yeah.
I said that a lot.
You were saying that a lot.
Boy, was so mad.
Boy, was he pissed. I'm like, I don't care.
Again,
You know how many times I had to say to him, Rosie, I don't care. Stop it.
He kept turning up wasps.
As exciting as Target Field was for that first series last year against Tampa, was it Tampa Bay, wasn't it? When they won, and Royce Lewis was hitting home runs, and Pablo Lopez was shutting people down, and the place was going crazy. They took that and they said, no thanks. We're not going to try to improve on this product.
Yeah, they literally took all the extra money they made in those playoff games, threw it right in their pocket.
Yeah.
Correct.
And said, nah, we're good. Thanks. We made a nice little clip here this year. We're just going to save every bit of it.
That's called capitalism. I know you hate it.
Rosie.
Rosie, yesterday, Do Young Park tweeted, trade deadline has come and gone and nothing more coming from the Twins beyond the Trevor Richards move. And then Sauce retweeted a gif of Christina Aguilera on The Voice with 2 thumbs down, simply saying boo.
They had a relief pitcher.
But that doesn't matter. A guy that doesn't even pitch when it's, bottom of the 9th or bottom of the 8th. He's just a low leverage dude.
Somebody, please.
Yeah, Hawk's so tired of it.
I've heard so much about the Twins and their lack of spending.
Chris.
It's just unbelievable. We drove and drove and drove, and he kept checking his phone. They haven't done anything. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything.
I could have told you that beforehand.
Rosie, 18 hours ago, Haley tweeted, what would your flow routine song be? Mine would be Careless Whisper. And Sauce retweeted, Tears in Heaven.
He kept saying, can we please play Tears in Heaven?
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, that's the saddest song I've ever heard in my life. No.
That would be your routine?
I've told this story 100 times. My cousin Garlar goes to karaoke bars and in a packed house will start that's his karaoke song. That's a funny bit.
Lift up the room. Yeah.
Sus.
What?
Why? We're going to have to put the blind back down because you're just
you're just
all
a
I see is
figure.
the outline of you.
Look at you.
Look at you. Put the blind back down.
You're a witness protection
It's
program.
ridiculous.
Rosie, one day ago, Sauce tweeted, "Who can't wait for Law and Order on NBC with a gif of a hawk?"
I saw that. I cracked up every time he does that, and I can't
I
wait.
still can't see him.
Law and
That didn't
Order
help
is one
at
of
all,
the best
Sauce.
shows in the history of television.
It is one. Thank you, Rosie. That is
yes.
a great show, and I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
That is a
Come
great
on.
show.
It is
As
a
much
great
as
show.
I talk Twins, you told me all the shows you're excited for this fall.
Hey, Hawk.
Yes, sir.
You didn't say we had the deal or no dealer banker joining us.
If you're not watching this on KFAN.com,
Brilliant,
you should be, because that's brilliant.
Zach, you're funny.
That's exactly what it looks like.
A+.
I don't know where
Well played, Zach.
I don't know why you look like that all of a sudden.
It does look like that.
Man, it is. I'll tell you what.
The whistleblower.
I don't know what the weather's like back there today, Rosie, but you saw outside there from behind us a moment ago.
Right.
It is hot and gross in Canton, Ohio. It's going to be 91 degrees for a high today, and the humidity is
90.
exactly what it was growing up here in this area of the country, just off the charts. So it's going to be a tough way to play a football game tomorrow. I don't know. Is it? I think when we left here yesterday, you said it was going to rain a little bit there in Twin Cities today. Is that right?
Maybe later this afternoon.
Yeah.
Chance for some severe stuff tonight, mostly to the south and west.
Yeah,
But
probably won't get any here.
wherever you are, just keep an eye out because if they do pop up, they could be pretty strong.
Yeah, we're supposed to play gigs tomorrow. Is it going to be nice tomorrow back there or what?
It should be. Let's see here. More rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, sunny skies tomorrow. No, more
Good luck
rain.
to the fabulous armadillos.
I thought
Have
today
fun,
was
guys.
Thursday. I thought today was.
Yeah, they're supposed to get rain tomorrow in Canton.
Yeah.
45% chance. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know. I'd be pretty pissed if we wasted Hawks money and the game got canceled because
You know
they're
what?
not going to risk anybody out in any kind
I
of
hope
weather.
it rains, man. I hope it's a rainy mess on the football field. I hope it'd be great, man. I want to see some real football tomorrow.
Yeah, can't wait.
The U.S. lost to Germany, like I mentioned, in women's 3-on-3 basketball, 17-13. The U.S. Jill Madsen, Heather McElrath, and Lindsay Oberg came up 4 points short of Germany. What?
Wait a minute.
What was the score?
They play 3-on-3
17-13.
basketball?
Yeah.
Yep.
Men and women.
Yep.
It's basically
street
like a
style.
pickup
Yeah.
game, that you have at the Y.
You only get four
Take the
gals.
ball, you take the ball back to the line and,
Hell
and you play.
yeah.
You go to the Y often, Rosie?
No. No, I don't anymore.
Is
No,
You saw
Three
some
on-
of that game? You
Pardon?
watched some of that?
I caught some of the women's game, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't 3-on-3 like a league that they ever heard is owned by like Ice Cube or something
and,
like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
he offered Caitlin Clark like $5 million.
Correct.
That's why I knew that. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's exactly why I knew that.
I could have had Caitlin on that team. That would have been fun.
That would
Yeah,
have been fun.
they-
She was on the
win,
Olympic
yeah.
team. They
Yeah, they screwed her on the Olympic team. How do you not bring her along for the
So it's a bunch of
experience?
gals I've never heard of.
It's okay. Let them play.
Yeah, man.
Let them play,
they're gonna
Corey.
be
You
close to the
bring
goal.
what's going to be the face of the WNBA, of American women's basketball, over for the experience.
Correct.
Yep. Rosie, we talked about this earlier. I don't know if you've seen the highlight yet, but the U.S. women's rugby
Oh
team.
my God, did I watch that?
That drama was awesome.
90-yard touchdown
Yeah.
run,
So
basically.
they won a bronze medal in the
Right.
final seconds against Australia in rugby sevens. That is the first ever Olympic medal for the U.S. rugby squad.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
It's one of those sports, again, that you get exposed to during the Olympics.
Yep.
And I'm not even going to pretend I know all the rules or even close to it. But you have a scrum like that, and they're on the ground. So you think in football, they just blow the whistle, they start the play. No. You tug the ball away, and that woman took off like, Barry Sanders in his prime. I mean, it was, and that was the last seconds of the game.
Yeah. Absolutely
It's been
incredible.
chased down
Yeah,
and-
I've been loving that.
And
That's
they
one
still
of my
had to kick
favorite
the
ones.
extra point, right, to win it.
yeah.
There's
They
extra
have a-
points?
Yes.
Is there really?
Two
Oh, dude,
bonus
the
points or
scoring's so
something.
weird,
It's yeah.
because you can get you
That's
can
tied
make
it.
7 points without kicking a 2-point. You can get like a 5-pointer and have a 2-point to make 7 points.
Well, yeah.
Then at some point you get a 3-pointer that makes 2 points.
They tied it with the try.
Did you say her name was Sherry Sanders?
That'd be sweet if it was.
No, for real. Is that what? I'm sorry, I missed her. I'm a little distracted. Obviously, is that not what you said?
Yeah,
The
who
woman
did you
who
say,
won the touchdown.
No, she ran like
I
Barry.
said she ran like Barry Sanders.
there.
All right, got it. That would have been super awesome if her name was Sherry Sanders.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been.
Should have been gone.
Sauce, what are some other female names that would be dangerously close to NFL Hall of Famers since you're in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night? Or at least at it, not in it.
He might be in it at this point.
Give me another one.
Sandy Moss.
Okay.
Joanne Randall.
Oh,
I like that one. I like that one.
Let's see here.
Scooch McToot.
Diane Freeney.
What? Diane Freeney.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Tracy Brady.
Let's see.
Brienne Favre.
Yeah, Brienne Favre. Shannon Moon.
Oh boy.
Who else? How did I forget this one?
Rosie, you know what's funny?
Brianne Marino.
Saw us every other day.
No, not even close. No, the engineer who had to let us in here today,
Right,
Bob, who's a really nice guy, hasn't. He's not in here with us right now. Has no idea why people would listen to the show. You can see the look on his face. He's been listening for 3 hours, standing here watching us, and you can tell
funny.
he has no idea why anybody would
funny.
listen. No, I know. No, he has no idea why anybody would listen to the show. He doesn't get our humor, and
you
neither
hear
do I.
Brianne Marino.
Yeah, see, I know. He doesn't get it. Well, first of all, the problem is he can only hear our side of the conversation, so he has no idea why you've been spouting names like Brianne Marino.
DJ Moore, 4 years, $110 million extension with the Chicago Bears for $82.6 million guaranteed. He's 27 years old. He was part of the big trade a year ago.
It's good to be a top-notch wide receiver in the NFL these days. I mean, they are getting paid.
Button bar.
What is that a button bar for?
Button bar.
All right, Rosie, here's the thing. When we get done with the show today, I'm trying to talk Saucy into going immediately over to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
To actually tour.
Air-conditioned,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, first of all, yeah. And guess what he wants to do? He wants to go take a nap.
Yeah.
Did you actually tour the Pro Football Hall of Fame when you were here?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it
Yeah.
worth the time?
Yes.
See?
Yeah, I've
is
seen it
absolutely
before.
worth
though.
it.
I have not.
Did you see the bust of Brianne Marino?
I did
Yeah,
not.
Hawk tried to steal it.
I did not.
Man, you know what? That would be great if you had a strip club real close to here and you named all the strippers
Yeah,
after they're like,
brilliant.
Brianne Marino would be great.
Like,
It's
Sauce,
just-
what are some of the other strippers' names?
Oh, God, here he goes.
Oh,
Bob,
boy.
tune in. This is
Okay.
going to be great.
All right. That are at the strip club by Canton, Ohio.
Exactly.
They're right down the road here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you can never forget Charisse Taylor.
One of us.
Charisse Taylor? That's supposed to be
What?
Lawrence Taylor?
Oh, Lawrence. Okay.
You got Charisse from Lawrence?
Candy Tomlinson.
How about just Laura Taylor?
Well, you do the bit then.
Charisse.
She doesn't work here anymore.
You
She
don't
got
get the
fired.
bit. Oh, for God's sakes.
You do the bit.
Have fun on the
Captain
drive
Cobb.
home.
How about
Listen
salt
to the-
peppers?
Yeah.
Carrie Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Sherry Rice.
You.
See,
Oh, is that-
no.
way better.
Everybody here
Look
is
behind
getting
you,
this.
Abbott.
Way
Right
better.
behind you, Zach.
Oh, boy.
Rosie.
Yes.
Abbott's in the studio over there with
boy.
Zach.
Uh-oh. What did he do?
I bet he got a text.
You can
He
see
told
him.
us if we were going to be here and we were going to do a show that we had to do real radio. Are you happy, Abbott? Because we've been giving it everything we've got. And we got Tim, the Tool Man, Taylor Allen on the show tomorrow. Think about that. And maybe Billy Ray Cyrus.
And maybe Brianne Marino.
What do you think of that, Chad Abbott? Wasn't it worth the trip?
Where'd he go?
He's behind Zacho. He's right there.
He doesn't care.
Hi, Chad Abbott.
Hi, guys.
Hey, you were right, Abbott. This guy Bob that works here in Canton, great dude.
Great dude.
Oh, yeah. Hawk, he's the guy that's going to help us when we play the Browns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what he said. Good dude, man. Doesn't get the Power Trip Morning Show at all.
Wonder why.
No.
Shocker.
Been listening all morning and thinks we're not even on the air yet. Thinks we've been just talking to
He
each
keeps shaking his head at me.
other. Yeah,
And look
Abbott knows that feeling.
how about Abbott? How about the lighting on Sauce there?
I know.
Perfect.
Doesn't that look great? Isn't that a perfect video?
He's never looked
we
better.
Don't know how to. I don't know what to do. I've never been in here. What do you want me to do?
He looks like a former
Flashlight.
mafia
Raise
member.
the blind again and see if it helps. Bob, change the lighting. Raise the blind behind you. Hey, I'm talking to you. Put your phone down. For God's sake, did you guys see that? Did you see it? Did you see that he was
Doesn't
texting?
matter
Yeah.
what city he's in.
I know.
No.
My gosh. All right.
Never mind. Put
All
the
right.
blind back down.
All right. We'll do headlines when we get
What do you-
back. More
My
of the
God.
8 o'clock
He
hour
doesn't
of
know
the
how to
Power
work
Trip.
blinds.
Shocking.
He doesn't know how to work blinds. I'm sorry, Chad. Come on, man.
Headlines
Stop it.
and more
That is
after
so
this
loud.
Power
That
Trip
is so
morning
loud.
show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Head over to our contest page and enter for your chance to win a meet and greet, photos, and a huge Wenzel's Farm prize pack at an upcoming fabulous Armadillo's concert, including Shakopee's Rhythm on the Rail celebration, Elk River's concert series, and the Days and Nights Festival in St. Michael. That's KFAN.com. Make the keyword contest to enter.
How long are you going to talk?
Welcome back to the Patrick Morning Show. Final segments from not only lovely Canton, Ohio, where super saucy and I are right now, but also from St. Louis Park, Minnesota, where the rest of the guys are, as we are going to be here today and tomorrow and the rest of the week getting ready for the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night, and then, of course, broadcasting on Friday. What were you saying, buddy?
Hey, Cor.
Yes, sir.
Just so you know, Bob informed us during the break that they have to set up for their midday show.
Yeah.
Starts at 9 Minnesota time.
Our time, 10 their time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we'll have to bug out at
We'll bug out a little bit early.
8:40.
That's fine. We got headlines.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be in Canton the rest of the week. You'll miss the big matchup on Friday between John Creasel, Carly Zucker, Brian Oak, Audra Martin, and Matt Minster. A big quarterfinal on Friday.
That is a whole bunch of good guys right there. That is
talent.
just
I heard you've had a couple upsets.
awesome
It's been
people in that
unbelievable.
group right there.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm coming in Friday for sure.
All 3 games have been awesome.
I can't wait.
Tatum Everett put on a clinic on Monday. It was
Did
awesome.
she ever?
Got Parrish at the buzzer.
Yeah. And by the way, people, all you people giving me crap for not playing well, I got 4 and lost. She was red
You got
hot.
4.
Give her credit. I didn't
she's
do
great.
anything. She was on, man.
She played well.
Aluminum bat still was great.
Aurora Borealis.
That one, she sniped me on Aurora Borealis. The cardinal sin. I literally did the cardinal sin and waited because I did not think in a million years any of those people were going to ring in on a first clue at all, period. And that's what you get.
That is
for
what you
waiting.
get. But Mark Parrish, through 3 games, you have the most points of the non-winners. You are sitting very, very solid for a wild card. I doubt in 6 games there's going to be 3 people that get 5 and lose.
Yeah, no.
Right. So my guess is
feeling pretty good.
You're moving on, and she has to face Doe in round 2 with the wild card situation, and it's
Mike
randomized.
Doherty?
You might avoid him.
Oh, yeah,
it might have been better to finish second.
When you told me that after Monday, I ran home and told that to Nikki right away. I'm like, I might have just dodged an enormous bullet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Time for headlines. Let's go.
Now it's time for headlines.
Yeah. Hey, Rosie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rosie.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember an intern from Channel 4 named Ken Olson?
No.
He does the morning show here. At the sister
Ken
station.
Olson?
Ken Olson was an intern at Channel 4. When was it?
We've had
92 to 93.
we had 10,000 interns. Did he intern in the news department?
Did you intern in the news department at all?
92 and 93.
He said he got you coffee a few times.
I don't drink that much coffee.
Yeah.
And I would never ask him to turn to
Maybe
get
you
me
just
coffee.
made him do it just to see if he would do it.
Was
Joe
hi,
gave me a
Ken.
cup of
I
coffee,
hope
and then you
enjoyed
dumped
your
it out right in his
time.
face.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time.
Was he mean to you?
Oh, he
good.
said he was
yeah,
nice
no,
to
he
you.
said he was nice to you. So that's cool. Good. Yeah, thanks,
well,
man.
my
Yeah.
best.
Well,
Thank
he's
you.
doing well. Apparently, he's doing the morning show at the
That's-
sister station across the
That's
street.
what we
Nice.
do. We cultivate stars.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That is
Yeah.
what you do.
So there you go. See, you
Nice
spread
going, Ken.
all over the place.
Look at that. You sure do, Rosie.
Genghis Khan.
So the other day, of course, the world was temporarily confused when Robert Downey Jr. It was announced that he's going to play Dr. Doom or Victor
Correct.
Von Doom, right? In the upcoming Avengers movies, and you're like, well, wait a minute. He was Iron Man. This isn't going to make any sense. How can you put the same actor back in that same universe? Well, I'll tell you what matters. He's going to make about $100 million for doing these movies. So my guess is he'll figure it out.
Brainer.
Maxo said, I think he might have brought this up on the air, but we talked about it off the air, that there is a universe where Victor Von Doom and Iron Man went to the same college. So there's that bit that they think might happen. So who knows? But $100 million, I'd played Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, I think it's like another universe, and
Yeah.
they'll merge them together.
It'll be
It's a
sweet.
lot. Yeah,
Him,
it'll
and
be fun.
him and Ryan Reynolds are the best 2 superheroes of all time. Deadpool might be, it's a close second to the Iron Man. Deadpool is an excellent character.
Did you see
as
the new
well.
movie yet, Rosie?
I have not. I heard
you'd love
nothing
it.
but great things about it.
It's A+.
Yeah, that's
it's the
what I've
best
heard.
Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I will go see it, as someone once famously said.
That was you.
Oh, yeah, it was me.
Corey, will you ever?
It's the wrong movie.
Will you ever give it a
maybe.
shot?
Maybe.
Because the first 2 are on Disney Plus right now. You can binge those, and
They seem like Disney movies.
They're really
but
good.
they're on Disney
They're
Plus.
great, dude.
They're
Yeah.
funny.
They're so good.
Yep.
Scream 7 is a thing, and I guess the focus
Oh, boy.
will be back on Nev Campbell,
Wait, that's
a.k.a.
still
Sidney
going?
Prescott.
Nev Campbell's back.
Still going?
She's a cutie.
Yeah.
And the original Scream, still pretty elite.
It was.
Yeah.
Here's something I think most of us forgot about. 5 years ago today, 2019, we all remember the Woodstock 99 and the debacle that Limp Bizkit started. It was a hellscape before that, but that was the creme de la creme when Bizkit took the stage. How about, do you guys remember 5 years ago, Woodstock 50 was canceled after permits fell through at the last second and they had trouble finding a new venue and too many of the big name artists backed out. It fell apart at the last second. I totally forgot about that.
Were they going to have it at the original site?
I think so.
Don't know.
They were having they were going to have it in Woodstock, New York. My brother and my dad and I were going to go, and Dave Matthews was one of the headliners. We were going to drive out and go, but it didn't happen.
And park your
thankfully for Dave, he
Volkswagen
didn't
Bug
drive
and
with
walk
you.
for 8 miles. Yeah.
Yeah. Dog probably wouldn't have been able to handle what I handled yesterday.
Well, the Twins should have made a trade.
Yeah,
I was pissed about it.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, you were angry.
John Mulaney and Jimmy Kimmel have both reportedly turned down offers to host the Oscars. Are we going to be in that situation where
hostless Oscars?
But remember the Joe Coy situation where he was essentially the last one because everybody said no, and then he got destroyed, right, for just like the worst monologue of all time, and
just
terrible. And he's kind of disappeared since then.
Yeah, he has.
He had a lot of momentum, and then that happened, and I haven't heard his voice or name once in about a year.
Took it to the
limit.
He did.
Hell
take it
happened.
To the limit.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are so many students right now studying medicine in Scotland that there is a cadaver shortage.
Oh.
Well,
we ran into somebody on our way here that studies medicine in Scotland. He's actually walking in the studio right now.
I'm right here, guys. How are you?
Good. What part of the body do you study?
I like to study the nether regions. That's what we call it. I like to study, especially if you got some weird diseases down there. Have you ever heard of the chlamydia de Rosen?
What part of Scotland are you from?
I'm from Spaniard, Scotland.
Spaniard, Scotland.
That's right.
Is that in the nether regions?
It's well, you could call it that if you want to be crazy and be silly. But we study medicine over here. We like to work with cadavers. I like to work with
a cadaver shortage.
Yeah, well,
how's that possible?
I like to take see what fits in there, if you know what I mean.
What happens if one of them falls on top of you?
You got to beat it off. It's a different country, though, isn't it?
Brett, your hands up. No.
I was going to do that bit.
Tesla is recalling more than 1.8 million. Not that Tesla, thank God.
Everywhere are signs.
They're recalling more than 1.8 million vehicles because of a faulty hood. Go
I
ahead,
had my
guys.
hood removed at birth, brother. You said it, brother.
It was faulty.
Why was it faulty?
You know.
I don't know.
This has
Bob
been
is gonna throw
rumored.
us out of here.
This has been rumored in the past, but now it's heating up again. This
You're
is
welcome. Cash those
the
tickets.
perfect day to bring this up because we have a meeting here at 10 o'clock, Rosie. I don't know
So
if you got
sorry
the
you missed
invite.
that.
Well,
I
aren't
saw
you
that.
going to be
I
live?
literally just saw the
Well,
email.
check this one out. Chris, this will trigger you.
Oh, great.
Travis and Jason Kelsey, the Kelsey brothers, and their New Heights podcast are on the brink of locking down a $100 million deal with Amazon.
Wow.
$100 million.
Impossible to monetize
deal.
a podcast. That's going to be my topic today in the talk.
That'll go
Impossible.
over well. Should we have bonus stand next to you? He's done pretty well.
What do you? Is like 1 million downloads a month good?
I'd say that's pretty good.
Who gets that kind of stuff?
Yeah, come on. Who gets that?
Get paid handsomely.
I wonder
when
what
you
you
do
could
that.
get paid if you can get 1 million downloads a month.
I'd say $100,000.
That can't be something like 800,000 more than the second place.
I mean,
right?
and those aren't numbers that we would see here
No.
in Minneapolis.
Why would you show
That's got to
that?
be like Bobby Bones or something.
Yeah. No, I think we beat that.
I think the Initials podcast beat Bobby Bones.
Oh, Hawkwood.
That's actually true. All right, look, this is next level. I want to rob a bank at some point, Mark Rosen.
I know you
but
do.
I'm
You're
gonna think
planning it for years.
Yeah, I'm going to plan it a little bit more than this guy. Although I can't believe this worked as long as it did. Check this out. A 41-year-old guy in Maine went through the drive-through of a bank.
Oh, no.
A
No,
drive-through.
Come on.
Okay.
The bank had one of those vacuum tube systems, like a lot of them still do.
Yeah.
And Jason dropped a note inside the tube saying, "Car bomb, no cops or alarms, or we all die." Then he said he wanted $50,000 in 20s. It's a very specific
Here,
request.
God, that's a lot of 20s.
That's a ton of
How about
20s.
just 50,000
He was driving a Brinks truck.
How many
He's got a
20s
George
is that?
Costanza wallet.
It's going to take 3 hours for them to ship back and forth over and
Look,
over.
I'm not as smart as Jason. Are there do they not mark 20s as often as 50s or 100s? Is that why he asked for 20s? I'm
This
trying to
seems
think of
like
why you would ask for 20s.
This guy doesn't seem like the sharpest knife in the drawer already. So
This seems like something Zach would
Drive-through
know.
bank.
Because he said car bomb and because he said or we all die, right?
Right,
Implying that he would even blow himself
up. Yes.
The teller complied. He's like, I guess we got to roll the dice and assume this guy's telling the truth that we're all going to blow up. So found a way to get all the cash into the tube, $50K in $20 bills. Unclear.
did that take?
Unclear. It even says right here, Rosie. Unclear if it fit all at once or not.
No
or if it
way
took
it
multiple
could've.
tubes.
No, wait, that's a lot of 20s.
that's so
then,
many
a
lot of
20s.
tubes.
Right. But then Jason got the cash and he drove off.
They haven't got him?
It took the cops 6 days using surveillance footage to track him down and finally arrest him. He did confess, and he showed the police where he had hidden all the money. He's facing up to 20 years in prison and $250,000 fine.
He's robbed some
6
more banks.
days?
Yeah, that seems like a long time.
If you get away, buddy, get off the grid.
Yeah,
Go to
you had
communist
that
Canada.
much time to get out of here.
Right.
You're in Maine. You're not even that far from Canada. What are you doing sitting around going, I did it?
What's the percentage of
did it.
successful bank robberies?
Not high enough.
I bet it's not very high.
I don't think so. Especially now.
Well, look how they looked longer for that guy than the missing guy we were talking about earlier.
That is
Well
true.
played.
Yeah, it's true.
Here's another one that I just never thought was possible. How often do you guys check your spam folder in your email?
Never.
Rarely.
And
Not
when you do, you
Yeah.
just assume all of it's garbage, right?
Yes.
Correct.
A 54-year-old woman in Michigan was going through her spam folder earlier this month. Don't
that
know
a
why.
euphemism?
Nope.
Tied out.
That's a junk folder.
And she saw a strange email from the lottery saying she had won $207,000. Well, that's
Yeah, okay.
that's a scam.
Spam.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Come on.
No way.
The woman had been earning big cash second prize drawing entries by playing certain online lottery games, and the prize was legit. So if she hadn't checked her spam folder,
Why would they send it to...
I don't know. But she did, and it turned out it was absolutely legit, $207,000.
Wow.
Checking my spam now.
It'd be a fun way to gaslight people as a rich person. Just start giving away money like on the phone in the most suspicious ways possible.
Gaslighting people's weird, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that at all. Oh, you're rude.
Don't gaslight people.
Don't gaslight people.
Yeah, don't
you'll ruin the
You'll
holidays.
ruin the holiday.
I bet the holidays are beautiful here in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah.
This looks like the old downtown feel outside. Sorry.
You gonna
voice
sing
is a little
Jingle
fat.
Bells?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, hey, Rosie, did you know that? Were you listening earlier during What Really Matters?
I was not.
The first
nice of
ever
you to care.
performance of Jingle Bells,
No.
the song, was performed here in Canton, Ohio
Wait.
on Thanksgiving in 1920. The first ever performance of it, that it was performed in front of a public audience. It was right here in
Interesting
Canton, Ohio.
factoid.
Yeah.
It started
Isn't that
as a
weird?
This town
Thanksgiving
loves
song.
Christmas,
Yeah.
man.
Was it the fast version that Meat Sauce always
I don't
sings?
believe
or is
so.
that the
No,
slower
yeah.
one?
That's a silly
Because
question,
that
Brad. We
one-
know
Oh,
it.
sorry.
No.
Rosie, we can end headlines on this bit. You're familiar with Lululemons, right? Yoga pants.
Lululemons?
Heard of them,
Lululemon,
yes.
right? Lululemon has kind of captured the yoga pants market.
Correct. They have.
And the whole goal is, of course, to make backsides look better. As this story says, if you're paying $100 for leggings, you can't have, quote, long butt. That's not the point. It's the opposite, right?
You can have all the kind of butt you want.
They describe long butt as flat and hard to tell where your backside ends.
Oh, okay.
Well, Lululemon has pulled its new line of breeze-through leggings after being slammed with negative reviews and customer complaints. And that's basically what they're saying is they didn't find them flattering. They're saying it's creating long butt, and for $100, that's not the point. So I guess Lululemon with a rare miss causing long butt.
First time
Your
I've heard that
thoughts?
term.
Yeah.
Long butt.
I've never heard that one.
I'm sorry,
before
hold on,
either.
everybody. What was that, Rose?
Okay, Zach, settle down.
What's the name of this?
I honestly did not hear
I
it.
didn't hear it.
You didn't hear? Okay. Never heard of the term, pause, long butt.
Long butt.
Like it matters if you go pause. pause.
kidding me?
Like we need.
That's even better.
Why would we need the
That's
part where
gonna
you
be
say, "I've
even
never heard of the
better."
term pause"?
Long butt.
Pause. We just wanted you to say long butt.
Yeah, I know that.
Bob's hero.
Good thing you paused.
Good thing I did.
And then just set it clearly into a
I want to
microphone
make it
that's
easier
being
for
recorded.
Zach to edit it.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but
You gotta go.
We have to go. We have to sign off here from
right.
Ohio, but we will talk
Say
to you
hi to
again
Ken.
tomorrow
Talk to
morning.
you tomorrow.
We will.
With
And
Tim Allen on.
Do we know what time yet or not?
I think it's in your 8 o'clock hour.
this is exactly
that's
right.
fine.
Last
Yeah.
hour of the show
Yeah.
from Canton, Ohio.
Somebody
so.
tell Parker Fox who the hell Tim Allen is. Then.
He'll
we will.
know who Buzz
He'll
Lightyear
know the,
is.
he'll know
right?
the
Know
voice,
Buzz.
but he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He wasn't even alive when Home Improvement was a thing.
Everybody say thank you to Bob. Thank
Thanks,
you, Bob.
Bob.
Love you, Bob.
All right, we'll give you a full report as we are going to go to all the media stuff today and get some audio for the show.
And
So
you'll have a
I'll
blast.
have it to
Gonna buy
relax.
And then
Mark's
watch
gonna
the
buy a-
most boring football game of all time.
Rosie, do you have a restaurant we should eat at here in Canton, Ohio?
I have no idea. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time since I've been there, so I don't have any recollection.
Try Applebee's.
Can we do a quick bit before we have to go? What do you think the over-under is on how much Hawk is going to spend at the merch tent?
Oh,
I can't wait.
If over under 200, you guys go over
Way
or under.
over,
Rosie-
way over.
Rosie, what size thong do you wear? Just
You know.
Hawk already said he's going to buy a Dwight
All right, okay,
Freeney
cool.
Gonna
All
give you
right,
long
hold on.
butt.
We gotta go.
We got to go.
Gotta go.
All right, bye,
Thank you
guys.
I love you guys. Bye.
Yeah,
Drive safe.
All right, see you.
There they go.
I can't believe they drove to Canton.
It's going
I
to be the
cannot
worst
believe.
football game in the
Yeah,
history.
12
Caleb Williams
for
and the
garbage.
starters for the Bears are not playing. Not that they were going to play more than 2 seconds
No,
anyway.
but-
So it's going to be 100+ guys you have never heard of.
But it's getting
They
that
drove
way
13
pretty-
hours each
Yeah,
way.
how long is that the drive home? Just how much of that time is going to be dead silent?
Most of it.
Yeah, because what's to talk
So
about
also be
after
sleeping.
that game?
Or texting.
Well,
they'll both
he'll
be
be talking
texting.
twins
right.
is what Sauce be doing.
Yeah,
all
he'll
the
be
time.
bitching.
Yeah,
that's what he'll be
right.
doing. He'll be ranting.
Texting and
The
driving.
game is honestly is an afterthought to the ceremony itself and all the pageantry that goes down with the parade and everything. It's kind of it's almost like a mini Cooperstown type of bit with everything they do and all the returning HOFers that go back there. So that part, I don't even know who's going in this year. There's like 5 or 6 players normally.
Dwight Freeney,
right?
Julius Peppers, Steve
Okay.
McMichael, Andre Johnson,
Oh, very good.
Sherry Sanders.
Sherry Sanders,
Sherry Rice.
Brianna Marino, or whatever that
Yeah.
was.
So,
Oh, man.
and unlike baseball, they actually have someone introduce you that the actual recipient, so that you pick a person. That's why Bud Grant picked Sid Hartman of all people, which is crazy.
Who would you pick?
Who would I pick?
Yeah.
The one HOF I went into, I think they just introduced me. I don't know. I'd probably.
Who introduced you?
Oh, you son of a. I will tell you.
There's Hawk and Sauce.
I will tell you.
Why would they go to Canton, Rosie? Come on.
I will tell you a true story. I put the on my phone. I put the iHeartRadio app, the KFAN app, on this morning, and Carmen was getting ready to go to work, and I said, "Gosh, Hawk and Sauce actually went to Canton." I said, "I saw a picture yesterday of the sign, and I said to myself yesterday, this sounds like a bit."
Okay, can we? Let's back this up like a month. Actually, let's go way further back than a month. Okay, you clearly
Wait,
remember.
they didn't just do this for my sake.
Oh,
I
yes,
hope.
they did. And here we're going to explain why. So, Rosie, if you remember, this should feel like deja vu because about like 18 years ago, we did something almost
Spring
identical.
training.
It was the first time CCO didn't send you to spring training, right?
This is the difference. Is I was really
You were
PO'd about
pissed.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were pissed.
Oh,
so
my
about
God.
17 or 18 years ago, whatever it was, we pretended that I don't like baseball.
No,
I was
especially
getting
spring training.
I was getting sent to spring training.
I
We
was
said some
so
cell
mad.
phone company was sponsoring call-ins, and I went down the hall and called the whole show, did the whole show from a studio that they were just in.
Right.
And it said, this is so boring. It's just grown men playing catch.
Oh,
Just
I
to
remember.
prove
I was seething.
that I was in Florida hating it, and you were here pissed that you weren't there.
Right.
So, and then at the end of the show, we kicked down the door, and it was like, okay, and I was down the hall the whole time. This is the same prank. This didn't start off as let's do the same prank we did 18 years ago. When they, a month ago, just threw out, hey, we're going to go to the Hall of Fame game,
right?
We couldn't believe that you thought they were actually going. And as this last month has gone on, You seemed so convinced they were going. We're like, he really thinks you guys are going.
Yeah.
So the more it seemed like you believed it, the more we said, we actually have to, quote, send you guys to Canton. So this was a bit we didn't intend to last more than a day.
Yeah.
And it ended up going a month.
Kudos.
Genius.
Thank you.
So, couple of things.
Saucy's idea.
Couple of things. When we were passing by the Green Bay sign where Carl Gerbschmidt lives,
I saw
that's
that.
from like a year ago. My wife and I went to see her grandma.
That's what almost threw me off.
The picture of Wrigley Field was from 2 4th of Julys ago when it was raining.
And of course, there were people on Twitter that live in Chicago that said, I don't remember it raining today.
Dobbs, who works for Cool 108, texted me and goes, it's not raining in Chicago. And then the picture of us going to Indiana, I just Googled eastbound signs out of Chicago.
Oh my God! Well, the thing is, because I've been out of town all week, I forgot about it.
It was perfect.
Honestly, I forgot all about it. And
Well, we were going to do it last week, but you were out of town.
I know I was out of town.
And then we also realized, because this is how little we were paying attention, that the Hall of Fame game was this week. We almost did it last week.
And I swear, I said to Carr this morning, I said, I don't know if it doesn't sound like those guys are in Canton. But,
we were down the hallway.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what?
By the way, Rosie.
Well played.
Do you remember when he was lifting the blind?
Yes.
You could see Minneapolis in the background.
And that's why I kept pretending that I couldn't do it. Yeah.
I was
Sitting
thinking,
there when it was open, I'm like, oh, he's going to know for sure now as soon as he looks at stuff.
In the words of Chad Abbott, if you would only put that kind of energy into the show every day.
Rosie, I was drinking from a McDonald's cup that said Minnesota Twins on the side.
Well, that's understandable.
Parrish brought us
Brought
McDonald's.
your own.
And by the way, here's your intern, Ken Olson.
Yeah, I was an intern from 92 93.
That was me. Just changed my voice a little
my
bit.
God. Ken Olson. He just made up a name.
Yeah, he
Very
did.
nice to me. Very, very nice.
Yeah, you got him coffee.
Yeah. I have no idea who Ken Olson is.
Chris, what about all those facts about Canton earlier
I
from the
made
show?
every one of those up. Every one of them.
Heineken and Haagen-Dazs are not from Ohio.
Poor Perry fell for it. Yeah.
That was good. I enjoy a good prank at my expense. And that was like
living up to the bit.
I wasn't as upset because I'm happy you guys are here. I'm happy to see you.
But the more convinced you were off air even in the last month.
What?
Like,
That sounds like something you would do.
But
Zach, you forced Zach to drive across the country.
I agree.
For crying out loud.
I'll give you an example. About a week ago, off air, Marnie goes, wow, they're really going to Canton. And Rosie goes, yeah, they're going next week. They're driving there. And I just look at Marnie and I shake my head going, they're not going.
No, they're going.
They're not going.
And yesterday, Gutter Helmet came over to my house to put all the...
Put those bastards on?
Yeah, put the gutter helmets on my gutters. And I couldn't post any pictures or videos of it because we were on the road.
Yeah, that's funny. I wouldn't have even known that.
Yeah.
I'm doing a part of this bit today for the podcast meeting that we're having for the clients.
Right.
And
that's
apparently
the other reason why I saw it. I thought, wait a minute, I saw that thing with the meeting, and Chris was supposed to be at that meeting.
Well, he kept saying he was going to zoom in.
Well, that makes sense. You can actually do that.
Apparently the bosses were really pissed that I didn't tell them that I wasn't going to be here for it.
Yeah, Emily and Greg heard it. Yeah, they were pissed that,
I said that to these guys earlier. I go, I know Rosie's going to fall for this bit, but the other thing is half the sales staff is going to be like, that's so cool. They're in Canton.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Well, so Dubs, who works for Cool 108, texted me a couple of things about, like, man, this is great. Sucks that you guys aren't going to see Caleb Williams.
Like anybody cares.
But then we came back, and I didn't text him back. So I came out to get a cup of coffee, and he just goes, Jesus, like I scared him because he thought I was gone.
You teleported?
Yeah, right.
So Tim Allen's not going to be on the show tomorrow.
No.
Billy Ray Cyrus, Chet Hanks, they're not performing tomorrow night.
You said
Billy Ray
I was ready to come in.
There were so many obvious things. Why would Chet Hanks play halftime of the Hall of Fame game?
Hawk said Colin Hanks, but Chet Hanks
is the rapper.
Colin Hanks.
Well played.
And then a bunch of people tweeted at him, aren't you at Rhythm on the Rails tomorrow?
Well, I blew it. And last segment, I said, is the rating tomorrow? Because we're playing in Elk River tomorrow night. And you guys are like, no, it's going to be nice tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I forgot.
Then you said, good luck, fabulous armadillos.
And of course, again, the Minneapolis skyline is out the window on the camera.
Well, Sauce didn't get the blinds up high enough to see the skyline.
So I did that.
And see.
Yeah. I did that so nobody'd be like,
even if it's not a super recognizable skyline, Canton, Ohio doesn't have
a skyline.
Doesn't have buildings that tall.
Cleveland. Oh man,
Jeez.
Good job.
Thank you, Rosie, for being a good sport. It's the most fun.
No, it's fun. Look, you guys put in all the effort. I forgot you guys were even going.
This is Sauce's one good idea this year.
Do you know how much you'd have to pay these two to drive to the Hall of Fame game?
Oh, yeah. I would definitely fly.
Because they talk about it every single year.
Yeah.
Their love of,
it's
otherwise
sarcasm.
random watching a random preseason game between Cleveland and whomever that no one cares about.
Hockey said the Canton, Ohio radio station is the home of the Guardian.
He also said WHOF twice. He changed it once to KHOF. It just didn't matter.
I did notice that the radio station changed a couple of times.
You guys put in a lot of work on that.
Not really. That was the whole point.
Yeah,
That was all just ringing. It didn't matter.
Zach
Zacco
had
set
to
it
rig
all
up
up.
the studio. So, and by the way, we didn't change the look of the studio. You've just never been in that studio before.
I guess the cue was when I was driving in, and you said a couple different times, I think Rosie's coming in. I'm going, you better damn well hope I'm coming in today.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, what has Corey cared that much if I was coming in or not?
And if you texted us and been like, I'm out this week, we would have just walked back into the studio.
Guess we'll do this one later. Yeah.
Good thing the flight was on time last night. Yeah,
absolutely.
They're going to Dwight Freeney's party tomorrow night. John Randall got him tickets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There you go, Johnny.
Good stuff.
Very
well
funny.
done, boys. Well done, boys.
Thank you. There you go.
Man, oh man.
I just Haagen-Dazs and Heineken bean from just outside of Canton, Ohio, got me to laugh.
Well,
this is the dumbest thing of all. I'm like, I hope Rosie's listening.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people will go back and listen to the podcast because I honestly, most of those I made up on the fly.
The
you were
Jingle
good.
Bells bit was great.
Canton being the Christmas capital of the world was
the Christmas capital.
That's
And then
fine.
when Hawk said it's a ghost town, nobody's here yet.
Like I haven't seen a lot of football fans yet.
I asked you if you passed Kent State.
Yeah, you did. I was like,
I had
Kent
to Google
State's
it.
here?
Yeah.
You do.
But we will watch it. Hawk and I will watch
yeah,
it.
we will. I can't
that's what I'm
You guys
saying.
are sharing a room
talk
together.
about
He's
it.
showering while you're peeing. Again,
That was fun,
that's another
guys.
huge tell. No chance you guys would share a one-bedroom or a one-bed hotel room.
chance. No
way in hell.
Zero chance.
And we definitely wouldn't have driven by Wrigley Field.
In the rain.
The next picture, it's crystal clear with no water on the road.
I love you, Rosie.
I love you
Thank
guys.
buddy.
You're the best.
All right. Parrish, you're sitting out Friday. No, you're coming back for
I'm
Audra.
coming in. I'm coming in. Oh, yeah. I'm supporting my partner.
Okay.
Audra, let's go.
Let's go.
Initials on Friday. We'll see you for quarterfinal number 4. And you can anti-sweat them all. You want to hope they don't get more than 4.
Absolutely.
We're back tomorrow, though. No Tim Allen. No Billy Ray Cyrus. No Chet Hanks or Colin Hanks.
Whomever, I don't know.
No live broadcast from Canton tomorrow. It'll be Parker Fox and Marnie tomorrow, though.
That's
Remember,
right.
we swapped Tommy and Marnie. So Marnie tomorrow, Ben Lieber tomorrow, maybe Parker Fox tomorrow as well. 9 to noon is next. See ya.
You two have a good one.